What's the plot?
Love. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Benji and Anthony here, and welcome to the bar for the featured review of
La La Land. It just came out last year. It's a top-rated Oscar-nominated movie. It's directed by Damien Chazelle, and we loved it, right?
Yes, it's a great movie overall. 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, so that says a lot about it. But one thing that I do want to tell you guys is actually for February, since it's a little bit slower in the movie side, what we're actually going to do this time around is we're going to do Academy Award nominated movies that are coming out.
Right.
So La La Land is one of them, so that's why we're doing this review. And of course, later on, we're going to do some more. All right, you know what, guys? Let's get into it. So La La Land's actually a movie, a romance movie, you could say. And
Yeah.
it's about a pianist named Sebastian, played by Ryan Gosling, of course, and an actress named...
An up-and-coming actress.
Yeah, an up-and-coming actress named Mia, played by Emma Stone. So it's about their love story, what goes on, how it happened, but it's a little twist in the way the movie's played.
Yeah.
Of course, we're not going to spoil anything in the movie like always, so no spoilers up ahead. And we do actually recommend watching this movie, so that's why we don't want to spoil it.
And try to watch it in the big screen because of the way it's been shot, right?
Yeah, the cinematography, the costume design, the music, of course, like everything
Coloring,
about
the
it.
editing.
It's so good, and I could see why this actually got nominated to be one of the better
And to be
movies.
honest, I wasn't going to see this movie. Were you?
Not really, just because I haven't really seen good musicals or like the
Or
ones
just
that
the
have...
word musical kind of like...
yeah, it pushes you away because you're like, oh, is there going to be so much music that you can't? But no, this movie actually has a perfect balance of music and story. And the reason I kind of loved it was because the music, like the way the music was portrayed, this is my opinion completely, this is not fact. I felt that they made a story around the music itself. So I feel like they made the music first and they made that story go around, which is
just
beautiful.
build it around.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful film. The two main actors, which is just Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone, they both always just somehow have this connection.
The chemistry is amazing.
So they're just so good at it. And the age difference is a big difference there, you know? But it doesn't matter. You feel like, hey, these two characters love each other. These two characters feel for each other. They hate each other. They're mad at each other. Like all of these feelings. And that's the thing. Like, this is a romance movie. This shows you...
It's like a relationship. It's like it shows you how a relationship starts. Because at first they didn't want to really... They were not into each
exactly.
other, right?
So it's something to where it shows you every stage of what a relationship can be. So there's no such thing as... This is reality. This is real. And that's why I love this movie.
And how funny that you say that this is reality, but this movie is far from reality. Because if you've seen the trailers, you just see people breaking out into dance in the middle of the 405 freeway.
Exactly.
Or, and you're like, that would never
That's
happen.
not going to happen. And but scenes like that is really cool. But see, the music plays behind it. So there's a part in the trailer where you see the four girls in four different colored dresses, which is beautiful. That shot was amazing. But they're singing about becoming something, being happy. They're singing about, hey, we're going to make it. We're all going to be famous.
We're going to the party to meet someone.
Exactly. So that is something you feel sometimes. Like regardless if they break out into singing, you feel that passion. And again, the actors, Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone, they give you this passion of who they are. Her being that actress that wants to become something, that's fighting to become...
And of course, she's either a waitress or a barista or a bartender, right? Everyone's struggling in LA. This is a love letter to Los Angeles as well. There's a lot of scenes that take place in downtown, in Los Feliz, in Hollywood.
The observatory.
Like, oh my God. So it's kind of like a checklist of where to go in LA if you're on vacation.
Yeah, and
if you live here.
It's beautiful the way it's shot. The scenes, you know, I got this vibe of like 500 Days of Summer when they're sitting, you know, in certain areas. And that's the really cool thing about it. Then besides the singing and the acting, you get the concept of the way it was shot was specific, and there was a reason, and there was a beauty behind it in showing just the most simplistic scene into making it feel like this beautiful vibe. And of course, like I just said, the music was amazing. It's all original music, so there's no
which is something that you liked, right?
I love that about it. Something that it reminds me of is like Grease. That's one of the other ones that I really loved in the past. That one is all original music, and not only that, Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone sang their parts. Right. He played the piano as the pianist. Like, he did these things.
So they committed. They went
everybody committed. So this movie wasn't just made as a movie. It wasn't just made like, hey, let's put it up, let's see what happens. everybody put
it's
passion
like a
into
passion
it.
project, right?
Yeah, it's very passionate, and it was amazing to me. Like it felt like it was in the old school times.
Yeah, the old Hollywood.
But it was very current, like the time, the point.
It's a great mixture, right? It's kind of hard to like tell you how this movie is unless you experience. So
without spoiling too much for you guys. That's another thing. Like there's so much detail in this movie that we don't want to talk about, because if we do, we're gonna spoil it. And this is something that I'm telling you, and we're both telling you, go and watch, kind of thing. Yeah.
One of the things I want to say is that, like, if you are a creative person, you will understand this movie, because as a creative person, whether you do videos on YouTube or you're a painter or you're a photographer, we've all been there. We've all struggled. We've all wanted that big break. And this movie takes you on that ride. But just like real life, it's not always pretty. It's not always
exactly.
It not always ends the way we think.
In the trailer, you see Emma Stone struggling to get a part.
2 options. You either follow my rules or follow my rules. Capiche?
Thank you.
I can do it a different way.
No, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You know, she's acting and she's not getting it, you know?
There's a scene where she's crying, doing a monologue, and people are checking their phone, and they're like, what?
And it's just, that's the scenes. Like, that's the one thing that shows you that no matter how great you or passionate you might be, other people might not. And that's the reality. It kicks you in the ass most of the times.
That's true.
One thing that we are going to warn you guys about is the time. Like we've said before, a lot of these movies, especially a lot of Academy Award winning movies, are 2 hours long, just because they want to explain everything.
Aren't we just getting spoiled though? Like, we just want everything to be done in an hour.
And just quick, but
tell us the story and let's go home.
I feel like it didn't feel long. It didn't feel like, oh, I'm wasting my time, let me check my phone.
No, it didn't. Yeah. But there are scenes where just like, oh, I want to get to see what's next, so hurry up and finish this so I can see what happens.
Yeah, I agree. And like we said, like it's not like really a Romeo and Juliet kind of love, like where it's two people trying to be together that cannot. This is more of like reality love, something that you meet somebody and you get
we're not
together.
looking for love, but it sort of happens.
It just kind of happened,
and you get to these awesome songs and dances.
And like the dancing, everything was really good.
But you said earlier today that it's because that's how you feel when new love, when it's fresh, you're in the honeymoon stage. Everything is brighter. Everything tastes better. Everything, you know.
And I think that's the way they portrayed the music and dancing. They wanted to make you feel like, hey. One thing that I got like upset with like they're in traffic singing and happy, that never happens.
Not enough.
But like that's something that you kind of wish would happen, something like that. So this movie's hopeful, but at the same time real, and I think that's why I really love the film.
What did you think about the play on words with La La Land? How it's like a love letter to LA, but also La La Land means like loony or crazy. Or
I didn't even know.
Like,
I didn't even look into that. Yeah, but no, now
that
that actually does make sense.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like besides, you know, the set design and all of that, like having actual trademarks, areas, you know, was really beautiful. They went. I saw like the strip. We saw WB,
the trolley in downtown. On
Bunker Hill. Like, you see all of that, and that's a great tribute. You see, like we said, like I'm sorry, but like I'm getting like tongue twisted. It's passionate
it's
writing,
beautiful.
Passionate filming, passionate acting, passionate music design.
Everyone brings their A game.
Yeah, everybody just brings it, and I could see why this is gonna get, you know, why it's nominated to be one of the best movies of
14 nominations
of 2017. So you know what, guys, I recommend it. Anthony recommends it. Go watch it in the theaters as soon as you can. Sorry, I got a little tongue twisted, guys. I'm just really excited about this movie. It's one of those films that kind of caught me off guard, you know, swept me out of my feet, because it wasn't something I was expecting. It's an example of Hidden Figures. When we watched that, there's a link right here. No,
check it out.
That one caught me off guard as well, and this one did too. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting some cheesy, you know, love movie, you know, and it wasn't that. It was more than that, and that's why personally I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. This movie was perfect in my Oops.
Why are you breaking things?
It wasn't long enough. I wanted more detail. I wanted to go into more. You know, there's a part where it splits from one time to another, and I wanted to see in between that. And I wish I had more. But overall, this movie was a 10 out of 10 because everything was perfect, in my opinion.
For me, I can't give it a 10 because two things. I felt it was a little long in some sections. I wanted to get to the next part of the story, and I haven't felt like that in a while. So I was just like, oh, I want to get there. Hurry, tell me. And the other thing, I really can't talk about it because there's a no spoiler, you know, thing. So
there was a scene.
There was something that happened.
There was something off about it, and you guys will notice that as well. But I do know what you mean.
Yeah, and I don't want to talk about it, but like other than that, I'll give it a 9.
Yeah, so you know what, guys? In the comments down below, let us know what you thought of La La Land if you've seen it, or if you're gonna go see it. Also, guys, let us know of other movies that were Academy Awards or maybe are getting awards.
Yeah.
That you guys would like us to review. Actually, we actually did 2 already. We did Arrival, which is gonna be linked here, and under Anthony, there's gonna be one for Hidden Figures as well.
Don't forget to join us next week. We're going to be doing another musical. One of my favorites is Moulin Rouge, directed by Baz Luhrmann. It came out in 2001.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys can join us for that. In the bottom, there's also links to our other social medias, just like Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, and we actually do a lot of Instagram, so check us out there for more latest news that we're going to do. All right, guys, don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the video if you guys like the review, and also don't forget to subscribe for more awesome reviews. All right, guys, have a good one.